Lucy worked the morning shift at a quiet little coffee shop wedged between a bookstore and a florist, just outside the city's core. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid the bills. Her days passed in a fog of espresso steam, scribbled names on paper cups, and customers who barely looked up from their phones. Nothing ever changed until he walked in. He stepped through the door like he belonged to another time. Tall, well-dressed, with a long dark coat and sharp features that made Lucy feel like she was looking at someone from a film. He had a quiet confidence about him, the kind that didn't need to prove itself. The room seemed to hush as he approached the counter. "Black coffee," he said, his voice smooth, with an accent she couldn't quite place. "No sugar, no cream. I like things honest." Lucy smiled as she rang him up, and he smiled back, like he'd been waiting for her to notice him. He didn't rush to leave. He stirred his drink slowly, watching the steam rise as if it told him secrets. Then, just as she turned to take the next order, he reached into his coat pocket and slid a thick, cream-colored card across the counter. "There's a party tonight," he said. "I think you'd enjoy it. Come find out what you've been missing." She picked up the invitation, feeling its weight. Elegant script written in deep red ink. No time. No RSVP. Just an address carved into the cliffs above the city. That night, Lucy sat in her apartment with her two closest friends, Emma and Danny, staring at the card. "This screams serial killer," Danny said, holding it up to the light. "Or a scam. Either way, you're not going." Emma shook her head. "It's the classic setup. Mysterious guy. Exclusive invite. Remote location. This is how people end up in Netflix documentaries." Lucy laughed, but the strange thing was she wasn't scared. She felt drawn to it. There was something about James, something that didn't feel dangerous, not at first. "I'm just going to check it out," she said. "I'll text you every hour. Promise." The mansion was like something out of a Gothic painting. Tall black iron gates, a winding driveway lit by antique lanterns. The house itself loomed above the cliffs, its windows glowing gold against the night sky. James opened the door before she could knock. He wore a tailored suit and a smile that managed to feel both comforting and unreadable. "You came," he said. "I knew you would." Inside, everything was perfect. Too perfect. The guests were beautiful, their laughter soft, their clothes expensive. Ambient music pulsed from hidden speakers. Servers carried trays of champagne. Lucy wandered through the crowd, trying to blend in, but she couldn't shake the feeling that every eye followed her a second too long. She saw James now and then, moving easily among the guests, always aware of her presence. Then came the sound that shattered the dream. A loud crash, screams, glass splintering into silence. Guests rushed to the balcony. Lucy followed, her heart pounding. Below, at the foot of the stone stairs, a man lay twisted and broken, his head bent at an impossible angle. Blood pooled around him. Someone whispered. He must have leaned too far over, slipped. But Lucy remembered him. He'd brushed past her earlier, called her a fake, asked if she was trying to sleep her way in. Now he was dead. James appeared beside her. "Tragic," he said, "but accidents happen. Don't let it spoil the evening." His voice was too calm. Lucy didn't respond. A chill had crept into her spine. Something was wrong here. Back inside, the mood shifted. People whispered more, smiled less, but the music kept playing. No one left. No one called the police. Lucy drifted down a hallway until she found a conservatory. Glass walls, flickering candlelight, strange plants curling from stone pots. That's where she met Caleb. Heavyset, red-faced, clearly drunk. He cornered her almost immediately. "Pretty face like that," he slurred. "Bet you're used to getting what you want." She tried to leave, but he grabbed her wrist. Then the chandelier above them groaned. The chain snapped with a harsh metallic crack. Glass and steel crashed down. Lucy dove to the floor. Caleb wasn't so lucky. A thick shard pierced through his neck, pinning him in a widening pool of blood. Guests screamed again. Some ran, but many stayed. Another accident, a faulty chain, a tragedy. James found her standing near the doorway. "You okay?" he asked. She nodded, even as her hands trembled. He touched her arm gently. "Some people don't know how to behave," he said. "Sometimes the house takes care of that." Before she could reply, he disappeared into the crowd. She should have left, but something kept her there. Curiosity, dread, a feeling that she was part of something she didn't yet understand. She didn't notice Darren until he noticed her. Tall, well-dressed, too confident. He watched her from across the room, then offered a drink she didn't want. When she declined, his charm dissolved. "You're not special," he muttered. "Just another pretty face who thinks she's better than the rest." A loud bang echoed from the hall. A heavy cabinet had toppled over. Darren lay crushed beneath it, his face frozen in shock, his body contorted beneath broken wood. Guests stared. Someone suggested he'd leaned back too far or bumped it. But Lucy knew. That was 3 men, all of them rude, all of them cruel, all of them dead. James appeared again, like he was summoned by her thoughts. "You're beginning to understand," he said. "What is this place?" she asked. He didn't answer at first. "This house listens," he said at last. "It feels what you feel. It protects what it wants." She stared at him. "And it wants me." He only smiled. The party quieted. Fewer people, more whispers. She didn't know if they feared her, or what the house might do next. Then came Brian, a guy from high school, loud, arrogant. He laughed when he saw her. "Didn't think you'd end up here," he said. "Guess a fake smile still gets you places." Lucy didn't even reply. But the house heard. Lights flickered. The air turned sharp. Then a humming surge, an electrical charge building in the walls. The speakers exploded. Shards flew across the room. One hit Brian square in the chest, driving him backward into a glass table that shattered beneath him. Silence fell. James stepped forward, calm as ever. "You see now," he said. She nodded slowly. "I didn't ask for this." "But you didn't stop it either," he replied. "And now it belongs to you." The house pulsed with energy, like it was breathing with her. James offered his hand. "Stay, and nothing will ever hurt you again." Lucy looked at the bodies, the broken glass, the gold-lit walls. She looked at James. Then she stepped forward, and the house listened.